Hi, welcome to Mission Healthy Living. This is part of a series of webisodes on the health benefits of gardening. My name is Beth Trapani, and this webisode is brought to you by the Pottstown Area Health and Wellness Foundation. And today we're going to be talking about the health benefits of growing your own garden and having your own fresh fruits and vegetables to eat. And with us today we have Gretchen Lea, who is a Master Gardener certification from Penn State University. And Gretchen, you've been in the community for years and years. You live on a farm,
right.
You garden yourself, and you're an interior designer by trade.
Right.
And Gretchen is here today to teach us a little bit about gardening. So let's start out. Why would somebody want to plant a garden for food to eat themselves?
Well, it's funny, I was reading an article, actually it was Organic Gardening magazine, and they listed some reasons to start a garden, and I thought it was quite interesting. They weren't quite the reasons I would have thought of first. But one was, if you want your children to eat vegetables, grow a garden with them.
Absolutely.
Another one
Absolutely.
was, I thought it was cute, if you wanted a project to do with a sulky teenager, plant a garden with them. But
it's fun. Everybody likes to see things grow. Everybody likes to have that experience of, you know, watching things sprout, right, and watching things
Well, it's
develop.
something you can kind of do together. One person's in one row, the other person's in the other row. I remember doing it with my dad. It was a cute relationship. But one of the more practical reasons is, and why do I do it, is so I can have the vegetables that I want that are the freshest, you know, and not being grown for long shelf life,
Sure.
not being grown because they ship well. And many of the vegetables that you get in the supermarket are grown for those purposes.
Right.
Well, I can grow something that all I care is about the flavor. I go out there and I pick it and I eat it.
Right,
So,
right.
And then in the seed catalogs, there's so many different varieties that I'm reading. I'm now reading my seed catalogs, like succulent tomatoes with a balance between acid and sugar, and it's like, I don't know which one to pick. But then it's fun, and then when I do grow them, I like to see if they're as good as the magazine says.
As they say that they're going to be. And I think everybody has experienced that, whether it's been from your own garden or whether you go to a friend's house. Nothing like a garden fresh tomato or some other vegetables. And I know myself as a mom of two small children that they love to pick, they love to watch it, they love to watch it grow. How about somebody who would say, I can just go to the farmer's market, too much work. Does it really have to be a lot of work?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person. I've now made it a lot of work just because I have
so much. How about somebody who wanted to?
It doesn't. You can just grow it in a pot on your stoop. It can be, but the biggest problem is that most people plant more than they can take care of or more than they're going to eat.
Okay.
I'm very guilty.
Okay, all right. So it can be as simple as one little tomato plant, couple seeds, or you can have a plot in the yard.
Right.
How would you recommend somebody start if they wanted to maybe do something a little more adventuresome than a little container garden on their stoop or on their deck? What if they had a small piece of land and they wanted to start with some seeds? Can you tell us how you would do that?
Yes, I mean that's what I did. First of all, you try to find a spot that gets enough sun. You're very good about sun. And then you check the soil conditions. You can always change them and make them better. But you want it to have nice drainage. You don't want water to sit there.
Okay, so you don't want anything that's too soggy. Are we talking about doing pH tests or things like that?
You don't have to.
Okay.
I have. I mean, if something's not growing well, then I try to diagnose it. But I would say basically the soil's probably pretty good around here. And if you put compost in it, that kind of balances the pH. And if someone doesn't understand what pH is, it's how acid the soil is or how alkaline.
Okay.
And different vegetables, like blueberries, for example, like an acid soil, because then the nutrients in the soil are more accessible to them.
Right.
You know, it's a chemical thing.
What kinds of vegetables or fruit would we start from seeds?
Okay, green beans, you can start basil. I like to start it ahead so that I can put it out earlier and get a bigger bush by the end of the year. But green beans, corn, squash,
Can I grow corn in my backyard, or
Yes.
do I need like serious land for corn?
No, you don't anymore. There's one called On the Deck, and I got it from my daughter who lives in New York City because she has little boys. So, and I actually tried it, and it's very good. You grow it in a pot, and you grow and it grows. I guess you're thinking because of cross-pollination, but
Right.
they've now been hybrid enough that we can grow different vegetables with not all the same needs that they used to have.
Okay, all right. How about specific fruits or vegetables that we want to be sure that we grow from a plant as opposed to from seeds?
Okay, tomatoes, you really, if you're not starting your tomato seeds ahead of time, like I do, then you need to buy the plant from the nursery because they need a longer growing season.
Okay. Tell us what you brought here today. You have some examples of some things.
Okay, these you can tell I've obviously reused many, many times. I like to start, my different tomatoes and different herbs that maybe I can't buy at the nursery. So what I do is, and at this time of year, actually I should be starting begonias from seed. That's something new I'm going to try. The seeds are so small you can't see them. So what I do is, this is you can probably buy them at Home Depot too. I think I got them from Burpee's or Parks. But this is the little tray, and then this is so I don't have to water them all the time. And this stands up above like that. And this is a little mat that wicks the water. So you put the water in the bottom, you get the little mat wet, you put moist soil that you buy that's for starting seedlings. It's very lightweight. Put the moist soil in there. You read your seed packet about how deep to plant them. You plant them. And then if you put this over it, it keeps the humidity in. So fortunately, part of my kitchen has a radiant floor that has a bottom heat. So my kitchen, starting this time till about May, gets a little cluttered.
It becomes a garden.
Yeah, but I put these on the heated floor. You can put them in a warm windowsill. Okay. You can put them on a radiator. They just like some nice bottom heat. And then once they start sprouting, you take this off because you don't want too much moisture. And then you let them grow. If you have 3 or 4 in there, you don't want them to crowd themselves out, so you pinch them away, so you have 1 or 2 plants in each little cubby hole. And then it's best to put them under grow lights. I mean, you could put them on a sunny windowsill, but my grow lights are better, which are just fluorescent lights that I just keep raising as they get taller.
If you don't want to go through the work, I'm going to say, of doing that, and you just wanted to plant seeds in the backyard, does that work? You can do that?
Can. With beans, with cucumbers, with squash. The peppers, you have to get the plants or start them yourself.
Okay.
The ones that need a longer growing season, you either start yourself or buy at the nursery.
What would you say to somebody who says, I have a black thumb, nothing I grow works? What should somebody think about? Are they not weeding? Are they not watering? What are some of the common mistakes?
Well, I'd have to ask them what they do.
Okay.
Overwatering is one of the biggest mistakes because you're drowning the plant. The plant needs to be able to get oxygen. So if those roots are wet all the time, and that's where they're getting a lot of their nutrients, they'll die.
Gretchen, how about pests? How about the bugs and the voles and all the things that come and eat up our garden?
Well, you do get them. We're very lucky. We have dogs, which I think discourages the deer.
Okay.
And also the farmer right beside us has a lot of corn. So I think maybe the deer hang out there. We did have birds pull up little seedlings once. I replanted them. Bugs.
Sprays.
Yeah,
some
sprays. I use
to
insecticidal soap or I use neem oil.
Okay.
But the thing is, what makes organic, and that's organic spray, gardening more labor intensive, is that once it rains, the chemicals are gone. And if you've sprayed the little bugs, then they'll die. But little bugs that come along and eat the plant later will not die.
All of this sounds like an awful lot of work, but someone like you would say to me, you know what, beyond the health benefits of nothing like the fresh fruits or vegetables to eat, how about the mental benefits of all of this?
You know, I think that's the reason I do it. It's the pace of gardening I love so much. First of all, it gets you out there in the spring. It's a reason to get outside, other than just laying in the sun. And it gets you outside. I love the smell of the warm earth. You hear the birds. It's just the whole atmosphere.
Takes us
out there.
back to our roots.
Yeah,
That's
it does.
great.
It's very relaxing.
Super. Gretchen, thank you so much for your time. We hope everybody will go out and try a garden. Again, this has been Mission Healthy Living, sponsored by the Pottstown Health and Wellness Foundation, and you can find us online at missionhealthyliving.org.